Hi there, it's Elise Kopp, your 55 plus realtor here in the greater Las Vegas area. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm glad to have you back. Just a little bit about myself. I am a Vegas native, born and raised here in the Las Vegas area, and I absolutely love calling this place home. If you don't know much about myself, I do specialize in our 55 plus communities here in the greater Vegas area. We've got nearly 30 of them. I also do service our traditional communities as well though. So if you learned something from today's video and may feel Siena might be a great fit for you, or perhaps it's not and maybe another community might be a better fit, I would love to connect with you. I'll leave my phone number right here on the screen and would love to connect with you and learn a little bit about your story. Also, if you took something away from today's video, I would so appreciate it if you took this time to like today's video and to subscribe to my channel. That way you're notified anytime I post any upcoming videos, and it really helps me in making these videos for you. So without any further ado, let's move on into the topic for today's video, which is Siena, the pros and the cons. Now, if you're not already familiar with Siena, I'd highly encourage you to check out my video that I recently shared covering pretty much everything you need to know about Siena. But for the sake of today's video, I will be sharing the pros and cons to living in Siena. Just a little brief overview on Siena itself though. This community is made up of just over 2,000 homes. Builder was Sun Colony, and the homes were built between 2000 and 2006. So, what are the pros? What are the cons? Let's move right along into it. Okay, so starting with the pros. First and foremost, I want to talk about the Summerlin location. This, in my opinion, is one of the key selling points to Siena as a community. Your location in Summerlin puts you minutes away from downtown Summerlin, where we have all sorts of retail opportunities. You also have the Las Vegas ballpark, the Golden Knights training facility, lots of parks and restaurants and grocery stores in the area. You're also surrounded by the Summit Club, which is an ultra luxury community. Celine Dion had lived in the community and recently sold her home. Mark Wahlberg's in the community, so very prestigious community. You also have the Ridges, which is minutes away. This 89135 zip code that Siena is located in is the highest performing zip code in the entire greater Las Vegas area, so definitely something to keep in mind when exploring the area. The second pro I want to share with you is in regards to a potential development in the Summerlin area, and that's going to be the Hollywood 2.0 project. If you're not familiar with the project, I highly encourage you to do your research and to look into it. We have not been given final approval for the project, but if this project does happen to take effect, it's going to bring many job opportunities into the Summerlin area, and I just believe this 89135 zip code is just going to perform tremendously with all of the new potential developments we may be seeing in this area. So while most of the 89135 zip code is already developed, there are still pockets that are in the process of being developed, so it's going to be interesting to see how this area transforms over the next 10-20 years. The third pro I want to share with you is the fact that Siena is located in a guard-gated development. You have two sides to Siena. You have a north side and a south side, which is separated by Tropicana Avenue. Now, both the north side and the south side have their own guard gates, so if security and safety is important to you, it's hard to come close to beating a guard gate, so definitely something to consider if you're exploring this community. The fourth pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that Siena is a golf resort-like 55 plus community. Now, obviously they do have their Siena Golf Club. Within Siena, you also have the Siena Bistro, which is a great place to grab a bite to eat. But obviously, given that this is a 55 plus community, you have all sorts of activities and amenities at your fingertips, like indoor-outdoor pool, fitness center, tennis courts, pickleball courts. I mean, you have an aerobic studio. There are so many activities located in this community. So if you are active and want to be involved in your community, that is definitely something to explore. The fifth pro that I'm going to share with you is the fact that Siena is already developed. It is already established, and there is not going to be any further construction in the community. So you're not going to have to worry about driving through dirt or dust being built up around you. The area is already established, and that's definitely something to consider if that may be important to you. The sixth pro I'm going to share with you on Siena are the views the community offers. Given its location, you do have great views of the mountain ranges to the east and to the west of the community. You also, given it's a golf community, have great golf views potentially. And also, if you're really lucky, you may even get a great view of the Las Vegas Strip, just given you're at a higher elevation point. And that transitions very nicely into pro number 7, which is the fact that Siena is located at a higher elevation point. So if you're comparing Siena to the temperatures at the Las Vegas Strip or the airport, you can easily count on the Siena area being anywhere from 6 to 8 degrees cooler than what you may find at the Strip or the airport. So if you do want to be somewhere a little bit cooler, that is something to keep in mind. The 8th pro that I'm going to share with you today is the fact that you have really easy access to the 215 Beltway from Siena. If you know me, I always joke that the 215 and I are like this, and that's because the 215 makes a big loop around the Las Vegas Valley and gets you absolutely everywhere you need to go, whether you're going from North Las Vegas to Summerlin to Henderson to the airport, wherever you need to go, the 215 is awesome in getting you around town very quickly. So being close to the 215 definitely makes a big difference in getting around, and Siena is minutes away from the 215. And the 9th and final pro I'll share with you regarding Siena is its proximity to the Las Vegas Strip and the airport. If you enjoy the entertainment or the cuisine that the Strip may offer, or you're a frequent traveler, or maybe you only spend part of your time here in Las Vegas, having easy access to the airport and to the Strip definitely makes life so much easier. You're not going to be more than a 15 to maybe 20-minute drive from the Strip and the airport, so that's definitely something to consider if you're exploring this area. Okay, so we're gonna move right along into the cons now. Now, the first con I'm going to share with you is the fact that Siena is an older community. It was built between 2000 to 2006. Obviously, older is a relative term, but if you're comparing it to some of our newer construction communities, just keep in mind the amenities are potentially going to reflect the times that they were actually built. So if you're comparing new construction to resale, that's definitely something to keep in mind. The facilities at Siena are gorgeous, but are they the modern, sleek, contemporary amenities that you may find at some of our newer developments? Not necessarily. Features a very Italian, sort of Tuscany style, so definitely explore the amenities. I'd love to show you around if you'd like to see them in person. And kind of tagging on to what I shared with you in the first con regarding Siena, our second con for today's video is going to be the fact that the homes in Siena may have older or outdated finishes. Although some of the homes in Siena have been highly updated and renovated, walls have been knocked down, new flooring, cabinets, countertops, the whole shebang, not every home in Siena has. So if you are someone who gravitates towards a modern looking home, you may want to keep that in mind. Some of the homes may require certain cosmetics or potentially mechanicals that may not already be in place just given its age. The third con I'm going to share with you on Siena is the fact that the Siena Clubhouse, they have two facilities. They have their main clubhouse and their fitness center. Both facilities are located on the north side of the community. Now, the north side of the community was built in the earlier portion of the development, and the southern portion of Siena was built in the latter portion of the development. So if amenities are important to you and you want to be walking distance, while it's a very easy trek whether you live on the north side or the south side of the community, just keep in mind that the amenities are only located on the north side of Siena. The fourth con I'm going to share with you is the fact that Siena has a $291 HOA fee. Now, $291 may seem steep to one person and may not to another. As I shared, Siena does have a guard gate and they offer many different amenities for its residents. But if you're comparing it to some of our Del Webb communities like a Sun City Summerlin, where you're only paying $173 a month as of today, it's something to keep in mind. You will pay a slightly higher HOA fee to be in Siena, so just something to explore if you're interested in the community. And the fifth con I'm going to share with you is the fact that Siena is an amenity-rich community. So if amenities aren't important to you and it's not something you really see yourself being a part of, obviously you do pay your $291 HOA dues. You can be as involved or uninvolved in the activities within the community as you'd like to be. I always say you get to make it what you want it to be. But if amenities are not important to you, this is an amenity-rich community, so just something to consider if that may be something you do not gravitate towards. The sixth con I'm going to share with you on Siena is the fact that this is a larger community. Siena has just over 2,000 homes. As I mentioned, they're separated by two sides, a north side and a south side, separated by Tropicana Avenue. So if you don't want to do a lot of driving around and you want to just pull into your gate, pull into your driveway, and call it a day, you will have to do a little bit more driving in Siena, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. And the seventh and final con I will share with you today is the fact that to live in the Siena community, you will likely pay some sort of premium to be in the area. As I mentioned, you are in the heart of Summerlin. Easy 215 access. There is so much around you in this area, and as a result, these homes do tend to sell at a premium. If you're comparing it to the Sun City Summerlin area or perhaps the Northwest, you will definitely pay some sort of a premium to live in Siena. So if that's important to you, you definitely want to keep that in mind. So I know I'm just scratching the surface and just sharing a few pros and cons with you on this community. If you think Siena might be a great fit for you, I would love to connect with you and answer any other questions you may have on this community. I will leave my phone number here on the screen, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video. Hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.